Hello, everybody. Welcome back to SciWatch. It has been quite a few eventful weeks. We had the PlayStation Showcase, the Computex, the WWDC, Microsoft Build, just everything that is happening at once. And if I'm not mistaken, was it the Game Awards is coming soon? So it's just a lot of news. I wasn't here this week, so I couldn't really catch up on everything. But fear not, I've got the latest news from Google News, and I got some stories for you today. First up from The Verge, for better or worse, Apple is avoiding the AI hype train, and I am pretty damn excited. Technically, the titles, wait, who's lying? The people that call it AI, or the people that made this title? Because AI, as it's being commonly referred to today, is not, in fact, AI, it is machine learning. And Apple has seriously taken the keynote from NVIDIA's conference of not saying AI too many times, which is none in this conference. They used a more technically accurate term, machine learning, because that's what it is. They're not bringing any enhancements to Siri, but, fun fact, they're killing Cortana. But it's listed better autocorrect for iOS 17, a personalized volume feature, improved smart stack on watchOS, iPad lock, that screen that animates live photos. I think that's also coming to Windows. Intelligently created prompts in the new Journal app, and 3D avatars for video calls on the Vision Pro, the new Apple headset. We'll get more into the headset later. Coming from the preview of the Apple VR, it did more for Unity's shares than it did for Apple. It rose about 17%. Stock for Unity Software, a 3D software and gaming company, rose by 17% following Apple's announcement that Unity's video gaming technology would be used in the Apple Vision Pro headset. While Apple's share was only up by 1.45%. Unfortunately, I don't think gamers will be getting much use for it because it only goes up for 2 hours at a time. And the cost. How much does it cost? $3,500. So yeah, with Vision Pro, you're no longer limited by a display. Apple CEO Tim Cook said. I would like this to use as a gaming monitor replacement. Not to game on the VR headset, but just to have a screen in front of your eyes and you can scale it as large as you want it to. I think that's pretty cool. Pretty nice. I would like to see in future, in 10 years, about how VR has devastated our eyeballs. Maybe fun to see. Or maybe change our nose shape or something. I can see that happening. But not only that, it comes with Optic AI. What am I saying? Optic ID. And so to replace Face ID, you basically use your eyes. Not only will Apple have your face, they'll have your eyeball. If you have the old Apple phone, I guess then they would have your fingerprints as well. Pretty concerned. Next thing you know, I have to give Apple my DNA. Only one day after the announcement of the VR headset, they've acquired Mira, a VR headset startup company. And I'm pretty sure they're just going to be using them to make VR headsets and develop new headset technology. Because the only thing Mira is really known for is military contracts, and they use headsets for their Mario Kart. Can't say Mario Kart. They use headsets for Mario Kart at its theme parks in Japan and LA's Universal Studio. I did not know that existed. I've never played Mario Kart. Said it. But I would definitely like to try this. Especially when they're now powered by Apple. Next thing Apple buys Mario. They don't really have mascots for technology companies. I mean, Samsung did try at one stage. They should bring her back. New world, new environments, you never know. But I guess Apple's only mascot can be an apple. Maybe it was Samsung lady that bit Apple. I'm just stating facts that are yet to be true. If tech employees and writers are still not concerned, Reddit laid off about 5% of its workforce. They may not seem like a lot, but if you add this up with every single other 10 company in the world, yeah, it's quite a devastating year. 90 employees, not bad. Well, bad for them, but still, it's a little bit concerning. Although there is more factors to this, Reddit is also changing headquarters and all that stuff, so this doesn't really seem like a less jobs due to AI sort of situation, but still, less jobs did the bad, very bad. That's why I'm hoping this takes off. I saw this a couple of days and I thought it was hilarious. Some Pixel Watch owners are seeing back panel fall off without clear cause. Listen, if you're a Pixel owner, I'm sorry, but this is kind of funny. But it does seem surprising that a company as big as Google would have Pixel watches that have so many flaws, and now this added on top of it. It's just very surprising, very funny. I really do like the design. I like the round corner design. I have an Apple Watch, and I really don't like square design. It makes more sense for your finger, I would assume, but circular device would just feel a lot better. I like the curvature of the glass on top. So it would be a lot better when you're putting on clothes, because my clothes always get stuck in the watch. Moving into more science news, scientists X-rayed the first atom. Well, they've X-rayed atoms before, but this time it's just a single atom by itself. The idea of capturing an image of an atom, it's pretty mind-blowing to me. Now, I really wouldn't know how they would capture electrons. I don't think it even shows electrons because that's really small. I don't really know what I'm looking at. It's like a flower with very vibrant color setting in Photoshop. I don't know. Those electrons or something? I don't know. That's the nucleus. I don't want to read this paper. I've read too many science papers and I'm just done with it. Atoms can be routinely imaged with scanning probes, microscopes, but without X-rays, one cannot tell what they're made of. We can now detect exactly the type of particular atom at one atom at a time and can simultaneously measure its chemical state. That is pretty cool. This goes in the list of images that changes science, changes the world, makes my mind blown. This kind of does look like the black hole image. That black hole image. It's pretty interesting. Everything's made out of circles. Science is interesting. I really want to know how the VFX artist made this. This would be so amazing. Speaking of microscopes and zooming in really close would be the worst. I wanted to say far, but close. Well, this one's far, pretty far, enough to detect an organic molecule in a distant galaxy. What the heck? Now, these are both galaxies. This is a galaxy in front of this red one. It's just a way to visualize it. So what they were able to do was they have the James Webb Telescope. They have another galaxy that's in front of this other background galaxy and use the galaxy's gravity to bend the light coming to the cameras. It's pretty interesting technique. Bending light this way also magnifies it somehow, and you have the galaxy behind it. So basically, you're using this to see this. And this one also goes in my list of images. You have a homework folder, I have spaceship folder. Also, something I did not know about that you now need to know about. First ever private Venus mission delayed until at least 2025. Two things I did not know. There's a thing called Rocket Lab, and you can have private missions to go to other planets. That's pretty wild. Venus, our distant brother. They want to go there because they say it's possible that microbial life can survive. They say there is phosphine gas in the clouds of Venus, and those are usually found within swamps. And there's usually a byproduct of microbial life. So basically, Rocket Lab is hired to go investigate it. They're not using NASA rockets or SpaceX because apparently it's cheaper and would be faster as well. Yes, and is estimated to cost just 10 million. Yeah, just 10 million. Just. Every once and for all, they find life on Venus in the clouds, I guess. But they're really disputing if they actually found phosphine gases in the clouds of Venus, because NASA is sending two missions, Da Vinci and Veritas, in the late 2020s and early 2030s. Instagram may be working on AI chatbot. If you didn't know, Snapchat has made an AI chatbot that Snapchat users can use to talk to. And it's pretty weird. It kind of makes sense, but also no, it's just weird. You can send the AI pictures and tell it your deepest, darkest secrets so that Snapchat can know that about you as well. They're also a very data privacy just concerns. These companies really complain about Huawei and all that stuff. Meanwhile, their own country, and it's just a little bit insane. But oh well, I guess they can also know our deepest, darkest secrets as they take over, as they slowly replace our mothers and fathers. But I guess they're making this because Snapchat users can't go out and make friends. But that is the news for today. I thank you so much for watching, and I will make sure to be more updated in the future. I forgot last week. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a lovely day, and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.